Hello everyone, welcome to High Tech Study Plus. Today we are going to start with a new chapter from SST. The name of the chapter is French Revolution. This is part 1 of our discussion. So the chapter begins with a specific date, and the date is 14th July 1789. On this day, the city of Paris in the country of France from the continent of Europe was in a state of alarm. Why? Because the king had commanded troops to move into the city, and eventually the rumors started spreading that he would ask the army to open fire. If such rumors start spreading, then obviously men and women will start to panic, and as a result they gathered in the front of the town hall and decided to form people's militia. For this they required arms, ammunitions and everything. So people broke into government buildings in search of arms. Then they moved towards the eastern part of the city and stormed the fortress prison known as the Bastille, where they hoped to find hoarded ammunition. Now the Bastille was hated by all because it stood for the despotic power of the king. Therefore, the fortress was demolished. The fragments of the fortress were sold in the markets. Why? Because they wished to keep a souvenir of the destruction. Now, the following days there were riots in Paris as well as in the countryside, and many of the people protested because of the high price of bread, which we will be discussing further. Now let us discuss about the French society during the late 18th century. So this society was divided into 3 estates: the first estate, the second estate and the third estate. The term old regime was used to describe the society and institutions of France before 1789. Now the first estate was formed by the clergy, the second estate comprised of the people belonging to the nobility, generally the aristocrats, and the third estate comprised of rest all of the population like big businessmen, merchants, court officials, lawyers, peasants, artisans, small peasants, landless labor, servants, etc. Now, in the year 1774, Louis XVI ascended the throne of France, and he belonged to the Bourbon family of kings. Upon his accession, he found that the treasury was empty because of the long wars, and there was also the cost of maintaining an extravagant court at the Palace of Versailles. Plus, during the time of Louis XVI, France had 13 American colonies to gain independence from Britain, as Britain was the common enemy. Then, what happened was, due to all these factors, the debt was rising. Now, the lenders who gave the state credit, they started to charge an interest of 10% on the loans. So, the French government was spending much more percentage of budget on interest payments itself. So, the government was forced to increase the taxes, but this increase in taxes also did not suffice. And what was happening was, we have seen the division of the society during the late 18th century in France. Now, the members of the first 2 estates, clergy and nobility, they enjoyed certain privileges by birth. The first 2 estates enjoyed these privileges. Nobles further had feudal privileges. These feudal privileges enabled them to extract feudal dues from the peasants, and the peasants were obliged to render services to the lord. Now, the Church extracted shares of taxes called tithe from the peasants, and in addition to this there was a direct tax called taille. In addition to this two, tithe and taille, there were various indirect taxes on the items of everyday consumption. These items were like salt, etc., that we use regularly. Now, let us discuss about the struggle to survive. During the period from 1715 to 1789, there was an increase in population of France. Obviously, if there is an increase in population, then there are more stomachs that have to be fed, and there was an increase in demand for the food grains because we need food to survive, to get energy to do all the work, but the production was not at pace with the demand. This means the demand was rising, but the production could not cope up with the rising demand. Due to this, the price of bread rose rapidly, but wages were not increased. Wages did not keep pace. Wages did not keep pace with the rise in the prices. This led to something called the subsistence crisis. This is a very important word, subsistence crisis. This is a very important flowchart. Now, if there is bad harvest, then obviously there is scarcity of grains. So, bad harvest leads to the scarcity of grains. If there is scarcity of grains, then the prices of the food will rise. Then what will happen is the poorest section of the society will no longer be able to buy bread. Now, if they are no longer able to buy bread, then obviously their bodies will become weak because they do not get enough nutrition, and this will also lead to food riots, due to which there will be increase in the number of deaths. Plus, as they have weaker bodies, so this led to the disease epidemics because their bodies were weak and their body was not able to fight against an infection. This will also further increase the death. So, this is the course of the subsistence crisis. Now, let us see the growth of middle class in France. A growing middle class envisages an end to privileges. Now, there were certain groups within the third estate who had access to education, new ideas, and had become prosperous. This led to the emergence of social groups known as the middle class in the third estate, and they had earned wealth through overseas trade and manufacture of the goods. In addition to this, there were professions like lawyers and administrative officials who believed that no society should be privileged by birth. Person's social position should depend upon merit. By birth, we had already seen the first two estates enjoyed the privileges, but this rising middle class, it wanted an end to this, and they wanted the social position of a person to depend upon merit of the person. Now, during this period of time, there were certain ideas, and these ideas were put forward by various philosophers like John Locke, who had refuted the divine and absolute right of the monarch in the two treatises of the government, and Montesquieu, who had spoken about the division of power between the legislative, executive and the judiciary. Now, legislative makes laws, executive implements those laws, and judiciary looks over all the law and order situations. There was another philosopher also who carried the idea of John Locke forward. Now, the American Constitution and the guarantee of individual rights to the citizens were important example for the political thinkers of France. Now, there were frequent discussion on the ideas of philosophers. News that Louis XVI had planned to impose further tax also started to spread, due to which there was anger and protest against the system of privileges. And with this, we complete the first part of our discussion. For more such videos, stay tuned, like, share and subscribe our channel.